like to welcome you back to the channel where we all can learn and grow together. I also want to welcome you to another Motivation Friday video. I decided to go ahead and do one by the fire pit here. And you know, the fire pit, you could do a lot with a fire pit and a fire. You can use a fire to cook on. You can use a fire to relax by. You can use a fire in a way where you can force air through the back of it and control the heat and maximize your heat, where you can also do metal working and metal fabrication and blacksmithing and make tools out of a fire. Glass blowers use a fire to make beautiful artworks of glass. There's a lot you could do with a fire. Just depends on how you control it. See, this fire I built, just sitting here relaxing and making a video. So this fire has a purpose. Just start you out with some tinder, something real small. Maybe your tinder could be just little small goals that you have for yourself. Just one little simple thing you can add to each day to motivate you each day to reach certain goals each day, to be able to eventually add kindling on, which is maybe even more goals, or buying you stuff, or getting into finding your start. And then you can start adding thicker pieces of wood, better goals, better opportunities, better motivationals. See, we can start our own fire inside of here. And what we do with it is up to us. What I do with this fire is up to me. How I control this fire is up to me. And just because this fire goes out doesn't mean I can't start another one and create another purpose for another fire in this fire pit. And what I do with this fire, like if I wanted to make a knife or heat treat a knife or make a tool out of it, just because this fire dies doesn't mean what I created with this fire has to die. It's still around for me to use. But I can always start another fire to create other opportunities, maybe to cook on, maybe survival. Maybe I'm out in the woods and I just need a fire for heat to keep me warm through the winter. The same thing with us. Sometimes we had a fire, it got burned out, but we could start another fire inside of us, and we could do even more with it. And just because it goes out doesn't mean what you was able to accomplish within that fire died with it. It still might be sticking around in people. But we could create us a new fire, a new spark in ourselves, find our new why and our new purpose. All we need is to start with the simplest things in life and add a little bit more to it each day. You start with a little bit of tinder, light that up with your heat source. You can use a lighter. I like start my fires with a flint and striker set. Some people could do friction by fire. I haven't learned that one yet. But we can all start our own fire inside of us, our own purpose and our own why, and create our own opportunities. And even though sometimes we need people around us to enjoy this fire with, sometimes this fire is nice to have family around and having wiener roast and maybe cooking chicken legs or whatever you want to cook on this fire. You can still have people around you. You can still have, you know, more than one opportunity around the same fire. So I encourage you to find you some goals, find you some motivation, figure out your why, what you want to do in life, and let that start a kindle inside of you to motivate you each and every day. And start out by setting just small goals that you can reach each day. and then make yourself bigger goals and bigger goals and bigger goals. And as you're reaching those, let that keep motivating you to keep making more goals and reaching them. And as you're reaching your goals, you can also influence others by the way your fire is burning, because this fire here in the dark could be seen next street over, and even maybe even a couple other streets over. And if you're looking down from the sky, who knows how far this fire could be seen. So we could do a lot with a fire, and we could do a lot with what we could burn inside of us and let it affect the people around us in a positive manner. Yep, you could do a lot with a fire, and it's up to us what we do with it. I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate your support. And if this is your first time, I encourage you to subscribe, hit the bell's notification so you don't miss a thing. And I'd like to see you on the next Motivation Friday. Thank you.